Welcome back to the channel. Most people picture retirement planning as smooth sailing, life side by side with the people you love, no sacrifices, just freedom and an open road. And our retirement will be like that once we get through this pre-retirement stage, which is not my favorite stage at all.
But the truth is, sometimes the road to retirement means separate beds, separate homes, or even separate lives for a while. For most of us, it means sacrifice. My name is April, and we are here to provide some challenges and solutions that may translate into your life too. We want to build a community and share information together.
And I'm Michael, and living apart has been big sacrifices, but it's also been our reality for the past 4 years. While I've been working in Maryland, April's been in South Carolina. And just look at the map and see that we are about 500 miles apart every week. We see each other as often as we can, but there have been periods we have been apart for 2 to 3 weeks, and that's been a little rough. For the guys on the channel, you know what I'm talking about. We actually ran the numbers before we made this decision, and it just made sense for me to keep working where I have been employed since 2015 instead of starting another career in South Carolina. And with all my flights back and forth, I actually see many other people living this lifestyle, and I've made a few friends.
A few? You've made a ton of friends. Knows them by name and introduces me when we do fly together.
True.
Anyway, we did manage to have 5 kids, so there is nothing lacking when it comes to our physical relationship. And that will be another episode later.
I hope so.
When you get to South Carolina, I usually have a honey-do list for you that's quite long. Maybe your version of sacrifice looks different. Maybe you're single, divorced, widowed, or just figuring it out on your own. But here's the thing, no matter what your situation, sacrifice is part of the retirement journey.
Yes, for us, the sacrifice has been living apart most weeks, so we can keep earning and building a nest egg that will sustain us.
For someone else, the sacrifice might be working a few extra years, taking a second job or even a third, staying on a job so that a loved one can stay on your health insurance, that's us, cutting expenses, or saying no to things friends are doing, like buying a pontoon boat or a nice Ford Bronco in blue.
Baby blue, if I
Baby
remember
blue.
correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you. Those two things are things that I really want to get you one day, but we're just going to have to work it into the budget. I know you and I would both enjoy that. So our details might change slightly. There might be a pontoon boat in the near future, but our principles are still the same. Retirement takes trade-offs. These are our 5 things that have helped us in making this sacrifice in our pre-retirement journey. We call them the 5 F's. And we don't say, I don't give an F, because all these F's are very important. 2 are our major right now sacrifices, and 3 are actions we take to help see us through just about everything we have faced together since we've been together since 1993. And we hope talking about our sacrifices and coping strategies will give you some strength and perspective at any stage in your journey.
Sacrifice number 1 has been family. This one hurts as we love spending time with our family and extended family.
Yeah.
We decided to relocate to another state for lower costs such as taxes and everyday expenses. We knew in retirement we wanted to be near the water and out of the cold and engage in more activities. But we miss our family in the Washington, D.C. area dearly. We miss a lot of family events, and we really miss all of us seeing Michael's mother, as she is the matriarch of the family and has always been there for us in our marriage. Plus, we are missing a huge part of us. Huge. We are sure you are doing the same, working long hours, weekends maybe, and missing a family event for the good of your retirement. We are trading time for stability, but like many in our pre-retirement journey, we ask, when is the right time?
Yeah, timing is everything for us. So we're working on it. We're getting it right. Sacrifice number 2 for us has been our finances. We downsized. We sold our home in Maryland where we had, a good piece of land. We had a lot of privacy. We don't really have that where we're living right now. We've also skipped vacations for years where we did them on a budget. It took us over 30 years together before we took our first ever cruise. And we did that on a budget. We didn't have the nicest room, but we had a wonderful time. We
Yes,
actually
we did.
felt like royalty. We didn't put on too much weight, but we felt like royalty. We have restricted our eating out, and we actually had to set a budget for that because we were overextended in that area at times.
Mhm.
We took a deep dive into our budget over the last, I would say, 6 to 9 months. We cut out some of our cell phone perks like hotspots. We cut out some streaming services. We had way too many. And we've actually reduced our car insurance bill. We realized we had comprehensive insurance on a 1993 Ford truck, which we don't need.
We did get historic tags, at least.
Yep. So we are really focusing on our financial strategy, and actually the YouTube community has been very helpful to us. So let's talk about some coping strategies that we've enacted to help get us through.
Strategy 1 is faith. We have leaned on our faith during our marriage in times of losing loved ones and pain. We have children with chronic medical conditions and have had to rely on our faith to see us through and not become discouraged or angry.
Yeah.
Our faith has sustained our marriage and a law enforcement career spanning decades. When the sacrifice seems too much, our faith gives us hope, and we know this is just a season, although it seems like a long one.
Yeah.
We believe that our relationship is strong enough to endure this discomfort of distance and time apart. We still struggle, don't get me wrong, and we are not perfectly managing this all the time.
Not always. Strategy number 2 is our focus. Whether you're alone or you have a partner, building a solid foundation means years of working, saving, and sometimes delaying gratification. That's our focus. We are keeping our eyes on the prize, so to speak, as we focus on our relationship and our family's bigger goals. And we are willing to sacrifice a little bit longer. Absence in our case does not necessarily make the heart grow fonder. And frankly, some days we just embrace the suck and we stay on track. Focus has been a large part of our success.
Strategy 3 is flexibility. Life rarely goes according to plan. Health changes, relationships shift, jobs move. Retirement planning isn't rigid. It's about adjusting when life demands it. We stay flexible, and we made a promise years ago that when we started this long distance thing, if either of us wanted to stop, somehow we would find a way to be together all the time, even if it meant more sacrifice.
Yes, that's been important for us. So yes, our version of sacrifice does look like separate beds during the week. And that's been a pretty big sacrifice. In your version, it might look completely different, and that's okay. What matters is recognizing the trade-offs that you've made, or you still need to make, and seeing them as investments in your future freedom.
Because whether you're a couple, single, divorced, or still figuring things out, the sacrifices you make now are shaping the retirement you'll have tomorrow.
Very true. So we'd really love to hear from you. What sacrifices have you made or are you making to move towards your retirement?
Share them in the comments and subscribe to Retirement Unmasked for more real talk about retirement and life transitions. We hope to see you again soon. Here's to a week filled with new adventures, cherished memories, and boundless joy.
Thank you for watching.